Falling is an innate fear all humans are born with. While we tend to avoid it in everyday situations, there are times when we should learn to be comfortable with the experience. Observe any athlete, dancer, martial artist, or acrobat. All of them are able to fall properly. The skill is crucial in developing the awareness for people to safely push their limits. This video will go over 3 techniques for falling out of a handstand. This is a very important step in your handstand journey, especially for those looking to move their practice beyond a wall or a spotter. Learning how to fall will allow you the freedom of training independently. While you may favor one of these techniques over the others, it's a good idea to become familiar with all 3. The forward step is the most basic method for falling out of a handstand. For some people, this is a natural reflex when they begin to tip over. It feels natural because it mimics the motion you would make on your feet when walking. To do it, you simply plant one hand slightly ahead of the other. This offsets your alignment, shifting your lower body behind the vertical line and allowing your legs to lower naturally. Just like how a toddler needs to build up strength to walk on their legs, we also need the prerequisite strength to walk safely on our arms. The first drill we can do is chest-to-wall handstand walks. Face away from the wall and set up in a push-up position. Walk your feet up the wall while walking your hands toward the wall. Hold in the top positions for a few seconds before walking back out to the starting position. Make sure the scapula is elevated throughout the entire movement and keep your head between your shoulders. The second drill is freestanding handstand walks. Kick up with the intention of tipping over slightly and catch your balance by taking a few steps on your hands. Maintain a bit of tension in your core and legs so your lower body doesn't wobble out of control. Again, keep the scapula elevated and head between the shoulders. The more you practice this, the easier it will be to establish a rhythm of steps, just like walking. The cartwheel is probably the most used method for falling out of a handstand because it continues the momentum of your fall instead of stopping it. However, it's not as intuitive a movement as the forward step. To perform this technique, you have to raise one arm when you begin to lose your balance. As you feel your body tipping over, spot the hand that's planted on the ground, and set your raised hand in front of it. Your body will naturally rotate about 90 degrees, turning your hips laterally and allowing you to step down as you would from a cartwheel. To help you learn this technique, spend some time getting comfortable with the cartwheel. I recommend first finding your dominant hand to lead into the motion. For me, my left hand is the lead hand, and my right hand is set second. Notice that this is the same pattern as the previous forward step technique. Left hand stays on the ground while right hand is raised up and set down. The more proficient you are with the cartwheel, the easier this falling technique will feel. Practice with a slower speed, keeping your lead hand down for as long as possible before setting down the second hand. The roll is the most sophisticated and acrobatic technique for falling out of a handstand. It fully utilizes the momentum of your fall and transfers the energy into a gentle somersault. You can see gymnasts and circus performers using this technique all the time to either get back to their feet or enter another handstand. The principle behind the roll is simple. We must change the shape of our body from a line to a circle. The momentum from our fall will dissipate as our body rolls forward like a wheel. To do this, we must focus on 2 points, our neck and our back. The first step is to tuck our chin as we begin to tip over, creating an arc with our neck. As our upper back contacts the floor, the next step is to tuck our knees to our chest, making our body into a ball and completing the arc. The momentum will carry you forward, at which point you can stand out of the roll. This technique takes a bit of practice. I recommend you become familiar with the front somersault to where it becomes instinctive. You can drill this in 2 ways. 1, from a lunging position. 2, from a headstand. The principle of creating the shape of a ball applies to both methods. The lunging position initiates the roll with momentum and is a bit easier to do. The headstand mimics the imbalance to tipping over sensation and trains you to react quickly. I've often joked with my mentor that practicing handstands without using a wall is a bit like lead climbing. The fall can be scary if you don't know how to react. Hopefully this video has given you some tools to make you comfortable in being your own protection. Be safe, try hard, and have fun. And until next time, move better, climb harder.